Hi everyone, I took a personal survey in the month of January and February before coronavirus hit us. I interviewed a good number of men between the age of 20 years and 50 years just to find out what they think about relationship levels, facts and plan in the year 2020. My name is Paul and welcome to Paul's Perspective on YouTube. I hope you watch the video to the end, subscribe, like, or even share. The interview summarizes a lot about what men think and their wishes for a dating life. And that's when I came up with this title of the topic, How Dating Script for Men Reads in the Year 2020. Number one thing that men pointed out was self-worth. Majority of men believe that any woman who is in front line for fighting for human rights, she is the right person to date in this year 2020 onwards. And also that character of self-worth imposes a very strong message about gender equality. And that's when I really discover that men admire those women who are in leadership or even trying to change the society. Number two, independent woman. Now, there is this notion that a man should do everything for a woman. But for the men I interviewed, they pointed out that any woman who advocates to be an independent woman in terms of career, in terms of if a man can pay, for example, dinner, she can foot the taxi bills. That means that woman is capable to take care of her own responsibilities and not piling everything on the man with anything called bills. Number three, non-sociopath. Men believe that women should be social to everyone in the society. If any woman portrays characters of antisocial, this really drags them into that hub to believe that that is not the right person, because she won't be able to influence or to even to make a change in those people whom they look up to her as a. The script of men reads from the interview is that they really look up to that woman who has a sense of be more with less. Meaning, this woman should be satisfied with whatever she has or what the man has as their standard of life. The same woman should cut interest in expensive lifestyle, at least to save for the future. And that attracts men in your dating life. Another thing, peacemakers, which is my point number 5. Men don't like getting into trouble. Majority of them pointed out that if a woman is a peacemaker, that person is the right lady to date, especially in this year 2020. Majority of them, they are really scared of arguments that can lead to violence. That meaning, if you are a woman or if you are a lady looking up to date in the year 2020, you need to start withdrawing that violence character in you, at least for you to find the person who will be able to withstand your emotions, your anger, or whatever might be eating you up. Another thing that really men pointed out in this script is about an associate of spiritual matters. Okay, it happens that women, they are ever in an associate of spiritual matters most of the time. But it was an amazing thing that also men recognizes women who really love God. Those women who are ever in front line to see that their dating life goes hand in hand with matters of spirituality. At least these men believe for a family to be built up, for a family to have a strong foundation, she has to be having what we call a sense of God in her life. Then another thing that men really pointed out, and which is very important, and I felt this one I should not leave out, is about trust and faithfulness. They say men don't trust, men are not faithful, men are what and what, all the negativity being piled on men. But imagine out of the interview, 60%, not even 60%, around 90% of men say that even nowadays women are not trusted, women are not faithful. So it's a give and take thing that either you also play your part, you trust your man, and your man trusts you, you're faithful to your man, and your man also is faithful to you. That communication really works well for them, for the dating life in this year 2020. Now, the eighth thing men pointed out in this interview is about settling for the best and good. Men pointed that most of the dating life is about lifestyle, is about traveling. There's no anything concerning finances or growing together as in terms of the future life. So they really advocated that if the ladies in 2020 can realize that they can have a better dating life to courtship to marriage, if at all they will also consider doing what we call structuring for the future through building wealth together. Not only lifestyle, traveling and gifts, like the whole life to be about spending. An investment is very important. So when you want to be dated, when you want to date, can you ask yourself, where are you standing? The last one, which is very, very important to men, is about non-alcoholic woman. A woman who doesn't take alcohol. Majority of them say that if a woman stands being sober all the time, and for them being like, okay, they can have drinks like men, you know, you cannot ask someone not to drink, you cannot ask someone not to have a good time with friends. But those women who drink, who take alcohol, and they lose that sense of their family, or even valuing alcohol more than their family, men are really scared of them because they believe a sober woman builds a family that lasts until death do them apart. I know this will have an objection from the ladies. They will come up with statement like, Paul, you have really trolled on us and it's time for us to answer you. I really appreciate your concern, and I am really asking majority of you to come out in the comment section, at least to point out what you feel about this video. If it's contrary to what I have said, you're free to share in the comment section. And if you want it to reach someone, kindly share so that at least we can know what women think about men in dating life in this year 2020 before it closes. May I see you in my next video. Thank you.